Buenos días, buenos tardes, buenas noches, mga amigos, mga amigas, mga kumpanyeros, mga kumpanyeras. Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Ito po muli ang inyong lingkod, Attorney Rene Bueno. Ngayon po ay pagpapatuloy natin ang ating mga pinag-uusapan about the impeachment complaint against Vice President Sara Duterte. At this time, we will focus on the political backlash, the effect of the inaction on the part of the Senate to convene an impeachment court. Kasi alam nyo, itong failure of the Senate to convene an impeachment court after receiving the articles of impeachment from the House of Representatives can lead to a very significant political backlash. Magkakaroon definitely ng political backlash dito. Why? Because it raises questions about the Senate's commitment to accountability and its willingness to respect and uphold the 1987 Constitution. Ang perception dito ng ating mga mamamayan, ng publiko, ay magiging negatibo pagdating sa kanilang pagtingin sa imahe ng Senado. Sapagkat the inaction may be perceived by the public as a sign of corruption or lack of integrity on the part of the Senate. And this could lead to the erosion of public trust and the loss of confidence to the entire members of the Senate. And it may affect their chances of winning in the future election. Ang mas malakas na tatamaan dito is the person, the party in control of the Senate. And this is no other than the Senate President na si Chis Escudero, because he is the one in control of the Senate, no? At kita nyo naman sa nangyayari sa kasalukuyan, hindi ma-convene ang impeachment court despite the fact that there are so many legal opinions released already by legal experts, by heavyweight lawyers, former Supreme Court justices, mga dean ng School of Law, at mga dating miyembro ng framers, mga dating framers of the 1987 Constitution. Ano nagsasabi na dapat talagang the Senate shall forthwith proceed with the impeachment trial. Whether it is in session or in recess, the Senate has the constitutional responsibility to convene an impeachment court, because the role of the Senate has two distinct roles. One is as a legislative body, to function as a legislative body, and one is to function as an impeachment court. So when they receive the articles of impeachment, then they have the responsibility, no, to convene an impeachment court. Automatic yan. Sabi nga ni Congresswoman and Attorney Bel Zamora dyan sa amin sa bayan ng San Juan, ay automatic nagiging impeachment court ang ating mababang kapulungan. Okay? So, yung failure na yan, yung inaction na yan on the part of the Senate can bring about a very serious negative effect on the entire members of the Senate. Siguro except for the two members na si Senate Minority Leader na si Coco Pimentel at itong si Senator Risa Hontiveros. Pero the rest, definitely, it would affect their chances in the future election. Katulad nga ngayon, magkakaroon tayo ng midterm election this May 2025. And for sure, ang taong bayan ay ilalabas ng kanilang galit, no, regarding the inaction of the Senate, the failure of the Senate to convene an impeachment court and to proceed with the impeachment trial, no, against the Vice President Sara Duterte. Dito ilalabas sa midterm election. And for sure, malaki ang epekto nito sa mga re-electionistang mga senador. 7 yan, yung re-electionista na yan. Kaya if I were on the part of the re-electionist senators, I would convince the Senate President, convene an impeachment court and proceed forthwith with the impeachment trial. Sapagat the one who will be affected is not the party who is in control of the Senate. And this is no other than the Senate President Jesus Escudero. Bakit? Because he is not running for re-election this time sa midterm election. Ang madadali dito, yung 7 senador na seeking for re-election. Sino-sino to? Unang-una to, si Bato, si Bongo, si Pia Cayetano, Lito Lapid, Bong Revilla. Sino pa yung dalawa? Kalimutan ko na. At basta 7 sila na re-electionista. At kapag hindi nag-convene ang Senate as an impeachment court, definitely, kundi man matumba tong 7 re-electionista na to, majority of them will definitely lose re-election this coming May of 2025. At dyan nyo makikita kung paano gumanti ang taong bayan sa hindi nyo pagtupad sa inyong constitutional responsibility to convene an impeachment court and to make this public official, this impeachable public official na maging accountable to the people. This is a very serious matter. Hindi ko lang maintindihan kung bakit hindi binibigyan ng priority despite the fact that it is actually written in the rules of impeachment sa Senado na kapag may impeachment complaint, dapat this should be given priority, and if there is a legislative action or nagkakaroon ng isang legislative discussions diyan sa ating sa ating mataas na kapulungan, this legislative action should be set aside, and the Senate should give priority to the impeachment complaint lodged in the Senate. So maraming nagiging dahilan ng ating Senado ngayon. At despite the fact na maliwanag naman ang sinasabi ng ating saligang batas. But let's see kung paano gumanti ang taong bayan sa ating mga public elective officials na hindi sumusunod sa direktiba at ipinag-uutos ng ating saligang batas. At siguro mas maganda rin kung kumilos na din at sana magkaroon na ng desisyon ang ating Korte Suprema tungkol sa petition for the issuance of the writ of mandamus against the Senate. Ito pong kasing mandamus is a legal tool that would compel a government agency to act on a certain obligation na ministerial in karakter. Kasi naman itong obligasyon ng Senate na to ay maliwanag naman na inuutosan sila. At kapag ministerial ang karakter ng isang duty or obligation, wala silang magagawa pag inutusan sila ng ating mataas na hukuman na immediately you need to perform your ministerial function and your constitutional responsibility to proceed with the impeachment trial. Hindi naman discretionary yan eh. Although the Senate has a very broad discretion on how to conduct the impeachment proceedings, but the duty to proceed with the impeachment trial is ministerial in character. Dapat gawin nyo yan. Hindi kayo binibigyan ng discretion ng ating saligang batas na kung gagawin o hindi gagawin ang isang impeachment trial. So, sinabi nga kasi forthwith no? Yung after 5 months is no longer within the definition of the word or that legal term forthwith. So, in conclusion, this failure of the Senate, the inaction of the Senate to convene an impeachment court after receiving the articles of impeachment from the House of Representatives is a serious matter with political implications. It can lead to loss of public trust, political consequences for the Senate, and loss of confidence. And there will be pressure, definitely, there will be pressure from the public and other branches of the government. So, sa parte ng Senado, the entire members of the Senate think about the political implications, lalong-lalo na doon sa mga re-electionista. Try to convince the Senate President to convene an impeachment court. Otherwise, there will be a political backlash and the public will decide on what to do with these re-electionist senators come May 2025. So hanggang dito na lamang po. Ito pong muli ang inyong lingkod, Attorney Rene Bueno, at huwag niyo pong kalimutang mag-like, mag-share, at mag-subscribe dito sa aking YouTube channel na Attorney Rene Bueno, Law and Beyond.